I wasn't fucking lying. I wasn't playing. I don't play about this. Truthful. My hair is still wet because I showered at like 4 in the morning. It's like 10. The ropes. See how much I remember of this. Because truthfully, I haven't done this since like April. So it's been a little minute. That's crazy. But yeah, you want to get the lightest concealer you could find. This one is, I don't know, 110 Nude Ivory. And you just want to take this and you just want to fucking smear it everywhere. Like every crevice you can get. If you're looking to wear it for long term, you're going to want to get a primer so that it stays on your body a little bit better. I want to take this off though. As much as I love it, I just don't want it on me forever. Nose. Nose is important because you need to get rid of your nose later. And I was never too good at that. That was always my weakness. I'll get mad at you. And make sure to get this around your like eyelids as well, because you're gonna be putting makeup on that. And that makes it stick a little bit easier. And then you're gonna take a sponge. I only have one, I honestly need more. Something like this, you just fucking put that shit everywhere. And you don't wanna like brush it around too much. I mean, you can use like a big brush. Actually, I think I might use a big brush. Yeah, so I'm gonna take something like this, actually, and just sort of rub that in everywhere. Make my face a little bit more pale, a little bit more bony, if you would. But this shit's sticky. If you got a lot of hair, like you probably do, it might stick to your face a little bit weird. You know, you notice I got some of it on my lips. You can use it for that later. I prefer to use a different product, but that's just my preference. Then you're gonna take a very glittery white highlighter. I like to use my sponge for this because my brush doesn't show up that well on it. I just brush it really nice on here. Get that application. It's gonna look very shiny. You're just gonna wanna sort of rub that everywhere as well. And it kind of sucks because this part takes a while and it kind of ruins your sponge. You can't use it for anything else because there'll be glitter all over your makeup bag for the rest of your life. And that makes it a little bit more white. I'm gonna try to use the brush again. I don't think... And you just wanna put this all over your face, similar to the concealer, just so you actually look like you have bone white face. Because you don't want to be a pale skeleton. So apologies if I just fucking disappear. You don't really need to put it on your nose. I'm just doing this because I like to. Because you're going to be covering it in like black later. So it doesn't matter a whole lot. My face looks gray in this lighting. That's not good. Let me go look in the mirror. If you're doing this, I wouldn't recommend wearing a shirt that you care too much about. Because this highlighter specifically gets fucking everywhere. And I'm not joking when I say everywhere. This shit is still in my makeup bag to this day. Just wandering around, having a fun fucking time while I'm sitting here dying. Melt off because I'm like a witch. I'm looking a little bit more white. I like to take the big brush and just go over everything just to make sure it's blended out pretty well. I don't actually know what that word means, but people say it, so I pretend like I know. Oh, leftovers. Let's get that on my face too. A lot of white stuff everywhere. There's cum is the joke there. Up next is gonna be tracing your cheekbones. The way I've always liked to do this, I like to take, there's like a little, if you press up against your earlobe here, there's like a little ball that you can feel sort of. I like to go from there. You wanna trace down to your cheekbone and then straight down from there. I like to trace it out with eyeliner just so I get the correct line because I'm not very good at drawing straight lines. I like to hold my finger where I'm trying to draw to and go from there and then go down. And you do that on the other one. It's not a very straight line. It doesn't matter too much because you're gonna be putting over it with bronzer anyway. Now you'll notice it's a lot higher on my left, my right, your left, I think. It's your right too, actually. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. Just put a little dot a little bit higher. Try to even it out a little bit. It'll make your life a little bit easier later. Because when I was doing it for the first couple shows, I had a problem where my cheeks were never even. So just try to do a little bit of work with that. Make it even, make it nice. Could be a little bit more angular here. Kind of like that. Yeah, I'll brush over it. I just do the lines for like a guideline. It doesn't really matter because you're not going to see it too much. And then you're going to take a little like a bronzer sort of thing. You can really use anything for this. You can use eyeshadow, you can use bronzer, you could use face paint. I like face paint the most personally, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I just couldn't do it. So I'm doing what they're calling being fucking awesome and using a putty bronzer instead. So you gotta scrape pretty far in there because the bronzer doesn't like to apply to the brush very easily, which is sort of annoying. I'm actually gonna start on this side because I want to make sure I get it right. Go up. Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to? There we go. That looks correct. And you just do this a couple times. It doesn't matter the accuracy too much. If you want to do clean lines, you can. It's totally optional. I mean, this is a guide. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not your mom. Unless you want me to be. It's kind of weird though. Pretty even, I think. I can't fucking see. A little higher on my left. And just do stuff like that. Just because I think it'll make your life easier and you'll be happier. It looks nicer. Just go a little bit higher over here. And the small brush I use don't work at all because you hate me. Because you hate me and you don't like me at all and I hate me. And yeah, that's basically the sitch. What the fuck was that? Why did it do that? Oh fucking well. You do that and then you sort of take the medium brush, as I'm calling it, and you just sort of blend it in a little bit, fill out your cheeks because you don't want to have those. You don't want to have cheeks, and you're gonna go over it with a black eyeshadow later, just to make it more dark and actually erase it. You don't have cheekbones. That's crazy how that happens, isn't it? Now the next part I like to do is my eyes. You use this bronzer a lot, for sure. Once again, you can use like a black eyeshadow or something, or a brown eyeshadow. Because the way we were taught to do it, we do this and then we go over it with eyeshadow, which kind of defeats the purpose of the bronzer even being there. But you can do whatever you want, as long as it makes it look darker. It don't really matter too much. The only tip I can really give for the eyes here is you just want to get into like the deepest parts of your eye, and you just want to fucking put everything in there. And you want to try your best not to make yourself look like raccoony, if that makes sense. Because you're not an animal or a skeleton. Big difference here. Maybe think about giving yourself a black eye, but like a little bit crazier than that. Because it is a little bit crazier. You're gonna want to open your eye a little bit during this, just so you're getting the bottom part. It'll feel kind of uncomfortable. It'll tickle a little bit, but you'll get used to it. And you can always put like eyeliner or mascara on your eyes here, just to like make it a lot darker. I put on mascara. I never did eyeliner just because I didn't want to fucking deal with it. It was a lot. It was a lot, and we didn't have a lot of time to put on this makeup. In fact, I think in the time we've got to this point in the video, we're over time. I'm at 20 minutes recording right now. I would have to leave with this on and do it in the car or something. And doing this makeup in the car is kind of miserable, I'll be real. I'll probably fix that up with makeup wipes at some point. I don't want to do it before I put on the eyeshadow, just because you're gonna trace over it and it's gonna look weird. Fuck, I got it in my eye. I'm dying. Now you got the eye spikes, as I like to call them. This part's kind of weird. It's kind of hard, admittedly. This is where I make the switch to a black eyeliner. I'm actually kind of running pretty low. Anything like this little guy, will work. It doesn't matter too much. I wouldn't settle for a cheap eyeshadow, just because it might be like chunky and it'll like apply weirdly. The way I've always liked to do this is I like to go straight up from here. I think it's been a while. Bear with me. Bear? Where? Sorry, I get scared whenever somebody says that word. I fucked up a little bit there. It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes, including me. I'm not perfect. And you take this and you just go down. Oh wow, that's ugly. What did I do? How did I do this last time? Hold on, I might need to look at a fucking reference. What the hell? How did I do this? How'd I do this? And the eye spikes were always very like lackadaisical, I'll say. That's the word I'll use. They didn't really care too much what we did. Some people did like 3, some people did 2, some people did like a weird branching pattern thing. I tried a branching pattern thing. I never got it to look good though. Is sort of my issue with it. So you just make a little spike. You just make a little spike. That actually doesn't look too bad now that I filled it in. That's good. Never doubt yourself. Always be super confident in what you're doing. Trust the process. It might not look good at first, but it'll look good eventually. And that's what freaking counts.
And also, you feel free to like do what I was doing with the cheekbones earlier.
Now we're creepy. Now we're wet. Dude, my hands are disgusting right now. I just got the nose. The nose is kind of hard. I'll say it. Nose, not easy for sure. You want to make it look skeletal, but you don't want to make it look like you're an animal, which is a lot of issues that we had when we were doing this in the lab. I'm trying to remember how I'm gonna go under the nose and get like inside the nostril a little bit, just to fill out that. You want to get the bottom of the nose too. Like even like get the brush. Don't be afraid to get the brush inside of your nostril. Don't share the brush if you're doing this. Yeah, you don't want people's nose juice in your nose. I'll say that for free. I'll give you that little Eve tip, if you would. And then this part sort of freaking stinks. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like to use the eyeliner because I'm not good. I'm very bad. Sorry if I'm shutting the fuck up during this. This shit ain't easy. I'll tell you what. You draw a little cat on your nose. Oh fuck, I fucked it. I fucked it royally. Yeah, you draw a little cat on your nose. That's what we're going with. We're gonna draw a little cat. You can also sort of freestyle this, if you're comfortable with that sort of thing. A lot of people did like weird sort of things going on. As long as it's not too animally, you can really do whatever you want. I need to take off my little fuck up here. You see, that's a-okay. It's okay to fuck up. You draw a little cat on your nose, and then you fill in your nose. With black eyeshadow. You can do the bronzer here. I usually choose not to, because I always find it struggle to apply. If you're using like a face paint though, I would definitely go for it. But in this situation specifically, I will not. Or I would go. You just want to fill the lines. It's okay to go over them a little bit, because you need to blend them in anyway. A little bit more besides there. And to be honest, I wouldn't recommend doing the cat for the nose. It's just what I know I was doing when I was being freaky. I would not take this as if I was an expert, because I'm most certainly not that thing. And then, okay, I think that's looking better. There we go. Now we've got a nose. Now we've got nothing. We got nothing going on at all. Now we get to the fun part. I'm gonna put on mascara. And try your best not to touch yourself. Pause. Try your best not to touch yourself, like, on your cheeks or anything, because you'll get fucking stuff all over your hands, and you're gonna feel really stupid about it. And I told you so, so don't do it. Now comes the part where you put eyeshadow all over your face, even though it's not your eye. I am running very low on black eyeshadow. You can use a very dark brown eyeshadow, but I would recommend using a black one. And you just want to go like over the important parts to accent them a little bit more. Like the cheekbones from earlier. And you can blend that in a little bit as well, just to give yourself more depth make yourself look a little bit more skeletal. And then you go over the eyes. Don't skimp out on going over your eyes here. I would recommend, because the issue I always had was that my eyes were never deep enough and it was always a little bit too light. So definitely don't skip out on that. Nose is okay. Now here's the freaking fun part. It's not quite the last step. It's almost the last step. We're almost there. We are almost there, everybody. You take a white cream liner. The one I have is a jumbo, very big stick. It's meant for your eyes. We will not do it there. You take it and you put it on like lipstick. You want to get it everywhere. You want to erase the pink from your lips entirely. You can also use a concealer for this. I like the white better, just because it's a little bit more pronounced. Fuck, there's everything. You just... Can I... No. You just get this shit everywhere. It's okay to go a little bit over. It's okay. No one's gonna kill you. It'll look like you ate a lot of powdered donuts. It's alright. Maybe you did. No one will judge. Everything. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. If you don't plan on opening your lips or mouth that much, I would even say you probably shouldn't. You do that. It feels kind of gross, I'll admit. It makes eating a little weird. It makes it feel kind of gross, but it's kind of cool because it's the coolest part, because you take your eyeliner from earlier and you draw lines on your lips. If you're not planning on like talking to anybody up really close, the straightness of the lines doesn't matter a whole ton. Try to make them straight, obviously, but it's okay if you miss. You can also use eyeshadow for this. I like the eyeliner just because it's a tighter line. Some people like to do like a weird mix of concealer and eyeshadow. It was interesting. You just take this and you go out, and you take this and you go out, and then yeah, you just go straight lines. I try to like purse my lips a little bit to make sure I'm getting all of the lines I want. Et voila. Now you have a mouth. The mouth part's honestly the easiest part, I would say. It's just getting the lines right. You can see I fucked up a little bit here, but it's not too noticeable if you fuck up, to be honest. It's the most fun part easily. I think it looks the best. It's the frame of reference a lot. Whenever we were doing performances, they said that they liked if we opened our mouth because it looked kind of fun. And now it's time for the last part. We're almost done with our journey here. You take a brownish sort of eyeshadow and you just put it around your forehead. Wow, I'm running low on all of my colors. I'm using this one right here, the top right one. It's not something too dark. It's just brown enough to make it sort of a contour. You take it and you just go around the tip of your forehead like so. Just to give your face a lot more depth. It helps a lot. You'd be surprised. And now we're basically done. Whenever they had us do our hair, they always wanted it to be like a messy sort of half up sort of thing. I'll do a little half up really quickly. I wouldn't have liked it. They had us spray like a white dye in our hair, which did look very good on me. I looked very mom in her 40s with that on, without the makeup, that is. I'm just gonna do a very basic half up, sort of lion style, as they are saying. Who says that? No one's saying that. Why did they do that? You could really do whatever you want with your hair. It doesn't matter a whole lot. I gotta find... I didn't do this. You should put this on your face. It's a primer. You should put this on everywhere before you put any of this on. It'll make it stick a little bit better. If you're going outside, you should put on sunscreen as well. I never did. It was kind of fun to get burnt around the makeup. And then you're gonna want to get a setting spray if you want to wear it like during the whole day or something. This Revlon Color Stay one, it works really well for me. It does feel a little sticky, but if you touch your face and if you eat, it won't bleed. So you can eat if you put this on your lips. It does taste gross, so don't swallow it and don't get it in your eyes. Something you could also do if you're being brave, you could put in contacts. I have some. I never was able to put them in, but they're like a little, they make your iris go away, basically. They make it no color. No color, just pupil. Yeah, that's the freaking skeleton. That's the freaking skeleton.